Welcome back to Varieties HQ. Please listen to this VN and tell me what you think about it. Listen to it attentively because it's very, very important you listen to it attentively so that you'll be able to understand what I'll be saying next. Pay attention to it carefully and drop what you think about his submission. Drop it on the comment section. Then let's discuss about it. I'll be right back.
Hello, fellow subscriber, fellow NGO owners, cooperatives, and stakeholders in Grand Community. It is necessary this morning for us to throw light to some of the trending contrary voices that is echoing the Grand Community at this particular time of delivery. It is imperative for us to note that you have the power to control what you hear and the power to control what you don't hear. As students of Bible, all of us were Christians, and I know some of us are Muslim. However, it is the Holy Book said, guide your heart with all diligence, for out of it are issues of life. Mofal translation say, mount road block against what you hear. Let it be clear to us that today as we speak, a lot of people in Nigeria are not aware that grant is available. Right from the time of Dolnat, Comrade Dolnat, so many people did not believe or didn't even know till today as we speak that grant is in Nigeria. And that you will not blame them. And for the sake of people who think that grant is a free money, let me put it clear this morning that grant is not a free money. It's a free money, but it's not a free money. It's a free money to the recipient country. It's a free money to the recipients, which is the beneficiary, whereas it is not free from the donor. The donor who donated the money, sacrificially out of their sweat and denied himself of so many things to make sure that this money, get across to the developing countries. Historically, about grant, over so many countries came together to say, what do we do to salvage the situation of our own economy? Even though we have been developed, our economics is well-to-do, but of what use when you are wealthy and you are poor people around you? The poor people are going to come and drag your economy down. So they come out with the idea of putting money together and donating money together using IMF to ensure that they reach the unreached country. They reach the developing countries where people are 70-something% poor, to ensure that they develop them. Today, China today is one of the industrialized world because they receive grant. So many industrialized countries today, they are riding upon the wings of grants because they receive grant. And what is grant? Grant is money given to you to empower your businesses and your financial income. Grant is not a money given to you to eat, to buy houses, build, but as for those of us who, as a culture, we import more wives and more amarias. That is not. Grant is for the purpose of what? Of empowering yourself, thereby also empowering the society. For instance, if someone who is managing just a table, supermarket, now grow to have 20 or 10 million, is going to definitely go into bigger supermarket, whereas he will be selling in the high quantity and then thereby employing other people that are jobless. And that to the donor, you have empowered the society. You have helped reduce people in the labor markets. And so these were all the concept and the idea that were in the mind of the donor, that if they donate money in form of grant to the developing countries who are still yet to come up. They will be developed, stand on their own, have their own money. There'll be no need to be traveling to other countries and be dragging their. That is the whole concept about grant. So grant is not free. So this money has been in Nigeria all over the years, and we're aware of the bureaucratic processes involved in our Nigerian government, and coupled to the fact that so many of the presidents were not, of the same faith. Because of that, you see that some of them are biased or one-sided, and then they've ensured certain bureaucratic system that will make this thing not to work. But we want to bless the name of the Lord for the present President Tinubu, who is a liberal person. We have his background check up that Tinubu have been a liberal person even way before he became a governor. So many people have houses in Lagos. I have a barrister friend who told me some of his barristers are having houses all over in Lagos because of Tinubu. So Tinubu is a giver. Only for Tinubu to become a president and discover that today we have a money that is meant for the masses. Tinubu said, why not? Let it go. Even when they took them to IMF, IMF took them to international, court, they admitted and they brought back the money. It is the money they brought back that CBN said, no, some of us government officials were also citizens. Let's come out with what we call CBN Pioneer Grant. That's what you have. And, as a matter of governmental secret, if you go and ask them, they will tell you that there's no grant anywhere. They are not doing it grant because they are codedly subscribing people. That is what today we have as Pioneer and CBN Grant. Until today, whether you take it or you leave it, no CBN is going to tell you that Pioneer or CBN Grant is ongoing. So if you ask and receive this kind of question, will you not come out and tell the entire grant community and the entire Nigerians that there is no grant anywhere, there is no Pioneer anywhere, there is no grant? Who are those? What is the beauty of success? The beauty of success is that everyone have their own individual visions and beliefs. See, today as we speak, this grant is going to come and disburse into our account. Some people will not still believe that there is grant. There are people that even if you give them the money, that this is money you gotten from grant, 10 million, 5 million, dash them 1 million, they will say you are still an armed robber. So does that invalidate the fact that there is no grant? So those of you bothering yourself, worrying yourself about voice notes that are aching the ecosystem of grant community that there is no grant, you are just doing yourself harm. Please, as a matter of principle, scripturally, you don't need that. Guide yourself, guide your heart with all diligence, mount roadblock, control what to hear. What to believe is not what your fellow neighbor will believe. And when they grant, definitely get into our account as a way of disbursement. That's going to be the beauty of it, because the other person will feel that if you have told him, whereas you told them, they didn't believe. Even Jesus said, let it be according to your faith. Those of us who have faith in grant, and right from the time of Donald, we've invested our hard-earned money in millions. It's not now that we're paying 100,000, maybe we're paying 50, 20, 10,000 at 100,000, and then you want the whole world not to hear what. Get back to Donald's period, we were spending millions, and yet we have not quit, because a quitter doesn't win and a winner doesn't quit. So we have painstakingly and sacrificially hold on to our belief. And we have gone too far to turn back. Where we are now, we are getting closer to the goal than to go back. We can't afford to go back at this time. Not the time that the disbursement have been fixed. Not the time that disbursement is around the corner. Yes, definitely, the signing from Switzerland was authentic. So do you expect enemy of Grand, people who didn't believe in Grand, to come and clap hard for you and start cheering you up and tell you that there is Grand? The most important thing is that key onto your major facilitating angel and a subsidiary angel you have subscribed to, and get connected, build a good relationship, follow your angel, get authentic source of information. This is what we're talking about. How do you guide the information you hear information from the right source? Try to scan and screen out all informations that are not aligned into your belief. Grand is